Hey everybody, mail call here. Just wanted to go through some auction items. Let's get into it. So here we have a 1964 mint set. I haven't opened this up yet, but it does look like some of the coins have been removed at some point and possibly cleaned. I will open this up and just double check, but it does look like this has been opened at some point. You can see here on the rim, unless that's just some toning, but the case is damaged, so that's what kind of led me to believe that this has been cracked open at some point. Other than that, though, coins look like they're in pretty good shape. You can see everything there. Next up, we've got two of these, actually. These were really cheap. They were about $10 each. And it's just some cool little holders that include a Barber dime, Barber quarter, Barber half dollar, Liberty nickel, and an Indian head penny. None of the coins are in especially great shape. I would probably say they're anywhere from almost good to good, depending on who's the person calling the shots there. You can see this one has some rim damage. There's the back of the coins. Usually these are sold by privately owned companies at inflated prices, so normally I would not recommend buying one of these unless you can get a good deal on it. Definitely check the values of these coins in the shape that they're in before you're buying stuff like this. Home Shopping Network is kind of notorious for selling something like this, and they'll market it as a super rare collector set and sell it to you for like $50 or something. Maybe even 75 or 100 if they're feeling a little crazy. It's not worth that much, but still something kind of neat to have for kids. It looks like they're from 1991. Next up, a 1964 Kennedy. Fairly common. It says it's in BU, but not 100% sure if that's accurate or not. Please excuse Alexa in the background. Something triggered her. Next up, we've got a Barber half. The description says it's in, I think when I looked, it was in very good condition. I don't agree with that. Personally, I would say it's good from what I've read. I thought you were supposed to be able to see the word on the headband at the front here. So not 100% sure. Again, I'm not a grader, but I would lean more towards just ranking this as good. I can't tell if this is a mint error here or if something else is going on, but you can see here and you can see here that the rim is not quite right. And same thing on the back in a couple of spots. So I'm not sure if that was tampered with at one point or if that's just how the card was printed, but coin was printed rather. Next up, I've got another one that is listed as VG that I don't necessarily agree with. Again, some rim damage. The wreath is completely gone on this one, but for the price that I paid for it, I think I paid $8. It'll pass, and it's just neat to have. I like that it's so dark too. So somebody had said in a video I watched a few days ago that the very dark ones, some of it's caused by having too much of a certain, I think it's a chemical that's added to the coins at the mints, and it kind of damages the metal after time. So I'm not sure if that's what happened with this or if it's just environmental wear from being in someone's pocket. Next up, we've got a 1963 D Franklin half, listed as BU. Very good shape on this one. Next up, we've got a 1935 S half, listed as much better date. I don't know, again, I wouldn't be confident calling it extra fine, but it's in decent shape. I think maybe I err on the side of caution, and I'm probably a little bit too harsh when it comes to personally like looking at my coins and being able to tell what grade they're in. But I'd rather that than overstate something and end up screwing somebody over if I go to sell it. So, anyways, there's that one. One more look at it there, and there is your mint mark in the bottom left corner. It just looks a little smudge. Next up, 1942 half crown silver. I think this is a British coin. I haven't done much research on it. These in the auction I was in, they're really cheap. I think I paid $3, and I got two or three of these. I have to look through the rest of the stack, but this was a few weeks ago, so it took me a while to get this this batch. I'm actually splitting some of the coins with my wife's uncle. So we kind of went halvesies on this, but here we go. Well, that is if he still wants some of them. $1926 piece dollar. This one I'm pretty positive it's been cleaned at some point. If you look at the right angle, you can see a lot of really light scratches on it. And right around the face, the edge of the face there, you can kind of see the luster doesn't quite look the same as it does on the rest of the coin. So I think this one's been cleaned at some point. Lots and lots of light scratches on it. Maybe not though. Again, I don't know enough about the cleaning process to know whether or not for sure to say, yeah, that one's been cleaned. Here's a 1926S uncirculated, or almost uncirculated. The hair and the feathering on the eagle is really worn, but maybe consider that AU plus. I know I say this about every coin that I look at, but it doesn't look like AU plus to me. 1923 with some rim damage there. This one has no mint mark, so it's a Philly. And as I mentioned in a couple of the last videos, if we can get closer to the 50 subscriber mark, well, at the 50 subscriber mark, I will be doing a giveaway. Haven't decided exactly what I'm going to give away yet, but we will be doing one. Here is a 2 shilling silver coin from 1946. I branched out with these because of the price point on them and because I don't have anything other than American coins right now, other than some really cheap like nickel stuff from South America. So I thought this would be a good change of pace. And again, for a few dollars, can't really go wrong. I think they're probably worth more than that. Not sure what percentage silver these are, but still. 1945. Love the design on the back too. I have to do some more research into these, but they're growing on me. Every time I look at them, I like them a little bit more. Another 64 Kennedy. This one's listed as a proof. It's in fairly rough shape. You can see damage along the head there. Back's in good shape though. Well, depending on the angle you look at it. We've got a few left. Another 1923S, listed as almost uncirculated. I would not, again, list it as that just because of the hair damage. And there's some, damage on the chin and stuff too. I wouldn't feel comfortable giving it that grade. I'd probably list it as like a, maybe like XF. But I have to do a lot more research into the grading before I can even start making assumptions like that. So I'll probably take it to a pro at some point at my local coin shop and see what he thinks. Here we've got a 64 Kennedy. Really detailed hair. It looked like it had some damage on the back of it, but I think it's just the plastic that it's in actually. And I want to compare that one to this one. It's the last one that I've got, but between the two of them, you see the color is not quite the same. This one's definitely more of a silver tone. This one's got some gold tone to it, which I'm not going to complain about. Just kind of interesting seeing how the same exact coin can look completely different color-wise. And then last up for the coins, we've got a BU Columbus or Columbian, I can't remember what it's called. There we go. Columbian Exposition coin from 1893. I've actually got a few of these now, or 1892. It looks like they had the date marked wrong. So this is definitely from 1893. They have 1892 on the front, but it's listed as BU. And I paid nowhere near that. I paid, I think, $15 for it, so I'm not sure what it's worth. I was doing some looking on eBay, and the prices kind of go all over the place. So just, again, something different and kind of cool compared to a lot of the other coins that I've been getting. So last up, this is actually kind of funny. I got this for $8 at the very end of the auction. My son had been wanting something gold, so this thing is ridiculous. It's about the size of, well, you can see how big it is compared to my hand. It's a $2 gold certificate from the National Collector's Mint. And here are the specs on it. So here we go, the details. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but you can kind of take a look. I've seen them on eBay. They normally go for about $20. I paid $15 for it. The back of it, I think it was supposed to be in plastic, but it's not. And the corners are kind of beat up. You can kind of see there. But yeah, there's the back of it. And it does say copy there, so this is not legal tender. But it's just a cool collector's piece. And it's plated 22 karat gold. It's very, very thin, so it's going to stay in there forever. It looks like they printed on paper, gold on top of paper. So it's just gold foil, but it's still pretty cool to look at. And I guess we can technically say we have some gold now in the collection. So anyways, I hope you guys liked the video. I know this one's a little bit longer. You can go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. We're super close to 50 subs, and we'll be doing a giveaway hopefully by the end of this week. And then we'll get some new stuff and keep on tracking to 100, and then hopefully 1,000 closer to the middle of spring next year is what I'm thinking it's going to take. So here's a look at everything all together in the pile. And I'm going to start putting this stuff away, and we'll end up listing some of it on eBay as well, or selling locally, or whoever wants some. If you guys see any of the coins on here, and you'd like to ask about purchasing any of them, feel free. I will do some research and see what I think a fair price would be, and we'll get it listed for you. Thanks everybody, and have a good day.